There are dangers below these bridges that most people don't even know about. And this is what I'm going to show you in this video today. As you can see, this bridge is really long. Probably goes up, I don't know, 100, 120 feet. This is up quite a ways. And what I'm about to show you, the Department of Transportation, the DOT, doesn't want you to know. And you're going to want to know about this because you're probably going to want to check your area and see if you've got bridges like this. Right off the bridge, we're going to make a turn. This is really easy to get to. It's not hard whatsoever. There we go, we make our turn. And now we're coming down to the river. So what makes these bridges so dangerous? A few days ago, we had a young lady that died. She was 19 years old. A week ago, she had a birthday. And this bridge took her life. And many other people's lives. And that's what I'm going to explain to you here. And I'm going to trace the steps and explain it all. So let me get my equipment on. And we're going to go in here and see why these bridges are taking people's lives. And what's actually going on. And why the Department of Transportation, the DOT, is doing nothing about it. Caitlin Campbell is the young lady that the bridge took her life. Under these bridges is a catwalk where maintenance guys from the Department of Transportation, DOT, go in and inspect the bridges. Now kids are attracted down here. And for good reason. It's hidden out of the way. Probably no law enforcement is going to come down here. Good place to party if you're younger. And let me show you some of this here. Now, we got a lot of graffiti on the walls. I have no idea how they climbed way up there to write that. No idea. They must have had a truck. So a lot of this, now you can drive right in here, but I decided to walk in so I could show you. What I really want to show you down here is, I'm not sure you can see this, I'll try and zoom in on it. But you'll see where the water down there is going around the pillar. And I'll even try and get some other video for you guys. But there's a strong current down there. A really, really strong current. So if you fall in that water from that bridge up there, you better be a good swimmer. That's all I got to say. A really good swimmer. Now if I come up here, you're going to see the catwalks that they're literally walking across. And there's the catwalk there. You can see the grate, enough for one person, and you can even see the little metal handle you hang on to. There really is not enough room for two people. It's one person, and what it's used for is maintenance walks along that catwalk to check the bridge. They probably actually have a harness that I would imagine clips on in case they fall off. Let me swing over here and get a better shot of this for you. And there's two of them, one down the right, one down the left, is what there is. And they get up there, and you can see from the graffiti and they do this thing what's called tagging the bridge. At least that's what I've heard. That's where you put the graffiti on the bridge. And there's your catwalk going all the way up in there. And we're coming around to the start where they're going to get in. Now apparently they've added a chicken wire fence up there, from what I can tell. So let me move on over here a bit. It looks like they've added that fence with the chicken wire around it, is what they've done. That's not much of a deterrent, if you ask me. There's no signs down here whatsoever that says no trespassing, do not enter. Anybody has access to that catwalk underneath the bridge, and there's 2 of them. And they literally go the entire length of the bridge. Now some people are going to argue and they'll say, you know, she was 19, she should have known better. And I've seen actually people put that argument up there. If I could count on my hand how many times I did foolish things when I was young, that I didn't even think of the danger. It's ridiculous. I mean, when you're a young man at 19 years old, I mean, you're bulletproof. That's all there is to it. You know, it's just amazing what you could do. And there's even people jumping off this bridge. They're jumping off these bridges all over USA. And sadly, that little chicken wire fence up there, that's just not going to stop the next death. It's not going to happen. These actual walkways need to be shut off somewhere with a door, and only maintenance men have, so nobody can actually get onto those walkways. This literally has to be looked at. I mean, if we've got engineers from all over the world that are designing these complicated bridges, you would think an engineer would have designed something and said, you know, we might accidentally get a kid on there. We may want to prevent them from doing that. So what happens when it's a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old? Does it matter? Or a 10-year-old? Does it change? And I'm standing, I don't know, from a campground marina. And it's literally, I could be there in probably 5 minutes and walking. Not even, probably 3 minutes. And probably the people that camp there have no clue that this danger is sitting here. Most Americans don't know that their bridges are sitting there waiting for an accident to happen, and then they have to deal with this type of misery. This is ridiculous. If you've got a big bridge in your area, I urge you to go down there and look under that bridge and see if you've got those catwalks and are they accessible, and keep a close eye on your kids. Even when you go someplace like a campground, which is, like I said, not very far from me, you don't know what dangers are around you. You don't have a clue. Parents could be sitting at the campfire, you know, talking to somebody they just met, not keeping constant eye on their kids, and all of a sudden their kids run off to play. Next thing you know, here they are on the bridge playing on the catwalks. Kid falls off, and as you've seen from the water, he's not going to outswim that current, not with this river. Now what I don't understand, let me show you this. I'm going to swing the camera around, not to make you too dizzy. Okay? I'm going to come around over here. And there's something over there. So, do you see that fence there? So you see this fence over here? And there's some type of gas plate back there. But notice, they have a fence over here. You know, it's locked. Let me see, can I zoom in on that for you? Yeah, it's locked. It's got a chain around it. They don't want anybody back there. But yet, I'll come back around here. But yet, the catwalks that are killing people, they do nothing about. Where I turned in with my truck, why don't they have a fence there? I mean, sure, yeah, the kids could jump it. I mean, why not have 2 or 3 deterrents? Why have, you know, to really stop, maybe a camera, I don't know. But I think a fence at the end would have been smart. Close off these catwalks where they can't get on them. And heck, even put a camera down there that alerts 911 or the police that there's somebody down here. And address the matter quickly. We're talking human lives here. When I drive down the highway, they've got guardrails. Those guardrails are to keep me from falling in a ravine. They've got special pails filled with water in front of those pillars on the highway to keep me from running into that. But yet for years, the Department of Transportation, the DOT, has known about this because this has been going on for well over 10 years, all across the USA. People are dying, and they're ignoring it. And they're ignoring it because you don't know about it, and nobody's saying anything about it. It's sad. I actually wrote a letter to the governor, and the governor actually said he forwarded my email on to the Department of Transportation, DOT. I urge you to do the same. It don't take much to type an email. If you're not sure, ask them yourself, why are you not doing something about this, and why are kids dying? Why are we not addressing this problem? I didn't even know this existed. Didn't have a clue. I guess you had to be one of the locals, and I've been living here for over 10 years, and I didn't even know this was here. And this is 20 minutes away from my house. This is a hangout where the kids drink. You know, you were a kid once where you did things. And I wouldn't doubt a lot of peer pressure goes on. Hey, I bet you can't walk on the catwalk. I bet you can't jump off the bridge. Oh, come on, what's his name did it? Or what's her name did it? Come on. You imagine getting out on that catwalk, having one too many, and now you're dizzy, trying to walk back. You're definitely falling off into that river. Caitlin's no longer with us, and there's many more like her. Her mother posted in Facebook she would like to see these walkways closed off. I really wonder if anybody's listening. But I do know one thing. The more people that know about these walkways under these bridges, these overpasses, whatever you want to call them, and the more people that address it and start sending emails, the DOT, the Department of Transportation, cannot ignore us. But as long as we say nothing about it, it is completely sad. So I'll have links in the description. I would suggest you share it. I mean, if anything, you'll be educating your friends, your family, about these bridges and about what it can do to their children. It's almost like a silent killer. If those walkways would have been locked off, Caitlin would still be with us. There is no excuse for this. Department of Transportation, I'm going to send you this video, and I hope you watch it, and I hope you pay attention. Stop ignoring this. There's got to be a quick way to fix this. Anyhow, I'll have some links in the bottom, guys. Just a waste. I'll catch you guys on the next one.